it felt like this day was never going to come, but it's here and it's amazing. Everything I was told Texas high school football would be, it's exactly like the movies and the TV shows and all that fun stuff. So no complaints from me over here.
Well, the second quarter just began, I kid you not, 5 seconds ago, so the score is still 14-0, but the atmosphere is a lot of fun. Everybody is dressed up in costumes, although head coach Hunter Hughes said he was going to be dressed up, and unless he's dressed up as himself, he's definitely not dressed up tonight. But my favorite costumes I've seen so far are 3 twin brothers, so triplets, that are dressed as zombie football players. Very appropriate for tonight. But we'll have the highlights from this game tonight on the news at 10. But stick with us because when we return, Cameron will have a final look at the forecast.
Yeah, so as you know, he is out because of last week's game. He suffered an injury. Saw him on the sideline, so I just asked him real quick what advice he might have given to Brock Wade going into the game. And he basically said if he overcomes his nerves, he was going to have a good outing and lead his team to a victory. But he also said that he is really deserving of that position because he goes into practice every day, goes to work, and he knows that his position is as a backup quarterback, but that's what he does best. Raiders. Jared Gallegos passes way downfield to Isaiah Hernandez, and so far this season, these two are proving to be a pretty good combo. But now Brock Wade looking in the end zone for his man, and Raiders Scott Jake gets the interception. But Wade now, he's going to show off his arm with the cannon. Here it is. Take a look. Good camera skills there. Tutu Jamison Garcia. And now Gallegos again. You're going to hear his name a lot. Pass game strong for both teams tonight. He passes to Jacob way downfield, also in the end zone. Mason Graham, though, is going to be in for Wade after an injury, and under some pressure, he fumbles the ball, but then the Sandys recover it. And this is a really fun play to watch here. Game-winning Luke Lamanick in for the 42-yard game-winning field goal attempt with just 3 seconds left on the clock, and he nails it with some extra room. Final score in this game, Amarillo wins 24-20.
Honestly, I'm exaggerating. It's not that cold anymore, but I just wanted everyone to know how cold it was outside. But Evan, were you not cold? We're both Floridians.
You know, I have a little bit of that New York blood in me from a courtesy of my parents, so I don't think I was that cold. Plus, Cameron Venable gave me a helpful tip when I first moved here. Buy some thermal underwear and some hunting gear, and that kind of kept me warm. But my fingers had no chance in this game as I was out at Happy State Bank Stadium. That was one cold night, Claudia.
I mean, these guys played through it, no problem. Clearly, this is just old news for them. I guess I got some catching up to do.
Hey, well, let's go into right of our game of the week, Amarillo at Caprock.
Well, it's Sunday, and that Cowboys-Giants game is definitely one that people all over the country, Cowboys fan or not, will still be talking about over the coming days. Let's check out some of the highlights. First play we'll look at, Dak Prescott looks for an open man, but then it's going to get intercepted by Kyle Fackrell, and he looks for an opening, and he's just going to keep fighting through this Cowboys defense. There's no stopping him, takes it all the way to the house. Giants lead 14-3, but now Cowboys just need 1 yard to bring it in, and Ezekiel Elliott will do just that. Cowboys behind 17-10 now. And the Cowboys' new routine is coming back from behind, and Daniel Jones fumbles it, and it's recovered by Anthony Brown, who's going to return it for the touchdown. It's a tied game now. And here's the play of the day. You probably saw it on Twitter already. Dallas with the trick play, and Wilson passes it back to Prescott, and he completes the 11-yard touchdown. Now the Cowboys will take the lead here. Dallas was on fire tonight, and that'll be Ezekiel Elliott rushing for 12 yards to bring it in. A healthy lead now, 31-23. And the Giants do take back a lead, and Andy Dalton comes in for Dak Prescott after a serious injury. 38-yard pass to Gallup. That sets the Cowboys up for a field goal with next to no time left on the clock. And let's take a look. It's good. The Cowboys win today's game 37-34 on behalf of number 4. Here's what Ezekiel Elliott said about the adjustments they had to make after Dak left the game. Tascosa and Midland Lee have met a lot over the last 5 years, and according to Coach Plunk, every time that these two teams have faced off, it's been a shootout.
Visiting the Wolves, and the fan here looks like they're having a good time. We'll check out the Wolves first. Brennan Lloyd with the big pass way downfield to Xavier Hammett. He makes the catch there. Wolves again, though, and Lloyd keeps it for himself this time like a king-size candy bar on Halloween. You don't want to share that, that's for sure. I don't know about you, but a big Kit Kat, that sounds good right now. But now the Mules' time to shine. Zach Hazley makes the hop and throw to Joe Gutierrez, and it takes a couple of big guys to get him down, it looks like. But then Lloyd, he's going to hand it off this time because everything else has seemed to work for him. So let's try a new play. Taylor Heiser, and he runs it up the middle, and he's going to take it to the house for the Wolves touchdown. The final score here is going to be Dalhart winning 42-21. Let's do it. First, it's Midland Lee at Dick Bivens Stadium taking on the other Rebels. And the first play we're going to look at, Mikey Serrano hands it off to McKillen Young. He took off so fast, I actually almost lost him. These are my highlights, but he gets an easy first down. And then Tascosa QB Ryan Barnett hands it off to Anthony Tuttle. First looks like he's going to push Lee's defense, but he switches gears and headed towards the end zone in the right direction. And same drive, hard to see, but that's a Tascosa touchdown, the first of the game. And the other Rebels now, Serrano looking for an open man, and he can't find one before the big sack by Carson Osmond, followed by a massive celebration. And now Barnett passes way downfield to Darius Sanders. The ball's ahead of him, but he reaches for the one-handed catch and easy first down. Final score in this one, Midland Lee 31-21. Brandon Hack runs it down within the 5-yard line, so close. But then Vega takes the snap. Ryan Grauender sees nothing and keeps it for himself. Why not? Running down the field for a huge Longhorn gain. And one more play I think we'll look at here. Ryan Grauender again takes the snap and puts it up in the air, and his receiver does the rest with a beautiful catch at the 1-yard line. Final score, Panhandle wins 42-35. I was out at Dumas, and it was their homecoming game today, and actually shout out to our digital producer, Caitlin, who taught us about mums a few days ago, which I saw a few for myself today. They're very interesting, very decorative. Everyone was very excited about homecoming. I even saw a few of the girls who were nominated for Homecoming Queen, and it was definitely a fun time. Thanks for sending me out there. I'm glad I went and covered that game. It was a good time. Hey. Number 4, Dumas Demons at home facing Perryton. Rangers QB Abraham Hernandez passes to Isaac Gabriel, chased out of bounds by some Demons right here. But next play we'll look at now, Demas QB Spencer Williams hands it off to Juan Romero. Looks like he'll take it home, but he's down at the 1-yard line. Demons end up kicking a field goal. Williams now hands it off to Romero, comes around the edge, but Isaac Castro comes out of nowhere to take him down. Williams again looks downfield, and Romero is there and taken down with the catch. This is the Spencer Williams show. Here he is with the fake handoff to James Bednors, finding every opening and takes it to the house. Final score of this one, Dumas wins 30-0. Kedge Brown, let me tell you about him. This is the comeback kid. I actually got to know him a little bit ago, did a story on him because he was actually in a medically induced coma earlier this year. We did a story on him kind of coming back to baseball. At the time, he was still wondering if he was going to play football, and he's doing it, and he's doing it well, it looks like. So we're going to actually have a story this upcoming week on his comeback. We're just happy to be taking the field under some Friday night lights.
Oh, I bet.
So speaking of that game, why don't we go check it out right now? First game at Dick Bivens this season, my first game ever at Dick Bivens, and it was the Randall Raiders taking on the Palo Duro Dons. So first play, Braxton Bird takes the snap and finds Isaiah Hernandez, and he's finding every open slot, dodging, weaving. He really just keeps on going. Yeah. So far,
no one wants to take him down.
Rush for this junior wide receiver, unstoppable. But same drive here, Bird hands it off to Patrick Correa, and he muscles through the Dons defense. This was kind of a confusing one for me. He fights his way into the end zone, and that was a touchdown for the Raiders. Next play, Don's ball, Noel Marquez with the laser to Cameron Brown. Check out how many times he spins. 1, 2, 3 times if you can count that last one. And Marquez looks deep for Gilbreth. I thought it might have been intercepted, but Palo Duro comes up with the ball. Final score in this one, Randall wins 47-6.
All right, well, we were talking about Randall.
Happy Friday night, everyone, and welcome to the wrap-up. I'm Claudia Faust, and that's Evan Abramson, and we're really excited about some Week 8 football. Evan, it is crunch time now that it's Week 8. What do you think about what we're going to see heading into district play? Happy Halloween's Eve, everyone. Welcome to the wrap-up. We've got a scary good show tonight. We're your ghosts, Claudia Faust and Evan Abramson. And what do we got here? McLean Tigers taking on the red-hot ranked Happy Cowboys. Is that a tunnel or helmet spider? I don't know. First play we'll see Bryson Morris will get Happy on the board with the first run up the middle here. And then on fourth down, McLean going for it, and Stetson Jamison gets the huge tackle for the loss. McLean QB running away like he was seeing ghosts. And then we've got Happy continuing to add on to their big lead with the big touchdown pass from Jamison to T.S. Bowe. And Bowe having a scary good night tonight and not done spooking McLean. He's going to climb the ladder to get the big time interception. Check it out right here. Love to see it. And Happy keeps the momentum and scores one more time on another touchdown run by Morris. Final score in this one, Happy wins 56-6. Hey, the rest of this show, we don't have any tricks, just treats. Evan, why don't you lead us into the pick'ems?
What's up, everyone? You know what time it is. It's time to talk Panhandle sports. Lots of Halloween festivity at all the sporting events today, but let's start with some volleyball highlights. All right, let's take a look at Tascosa facing Randall, but first let's check out the cheerleaders rocking those costumes. I wish I was dressed up right now, that'd be fun. But first play we're gonna look at, Delaney Patterson gets the big hit over the net. Tascosa tries to hit it back, but it's too high and out of bounds. Randall gets a break here. Tascosa tries hitting this one back, and it goes right into the net, point for the Raiders. And Tascosa with the answer back, Berkeley Warren hits it over. Two Raiders have a shot at it, but can't get to it. Rebels get a big time block here, and it's Aubrey Galt and BB Irwin combining on that one. Another Tascosa point. Rebels are going to keep the pressure on though. Liv Sims hits this one over, and it just touches in bounds for the point. But the Raiders answer back. Kiara Parker climbs up to spike this one over. Two Rebels tip it, and they can't hit it back. Rebels with a counter punch here. Galt with the nice hit, and it gets in the corner for another Tascosa point. Both teams matching each other in the first set. Parker coming right back with a spike for Randall. Two Rebels tip it up, and it goes out of bounds. Sims with another big spike here, just touches inside the line for another Rebel point. Randall sweeps Tascosa 3-0. Well, I personally had so much fun at the WT North American game earlier. I went dressed as a sports reporter. My costume was definitely pretty mediocre compared to the other ones I saw tonight. So much of the crowd got into the Halloween spirit and dressed up for the game. And there was even trick-or-treating for the little ones. I found some of the best dressed fans to tell me if this Halloween football monster mashup lived up to their expectations and if they think their costumes helped scare off the North American Stallions tonight.
Hopefully a little bit. I think that's always kind of a little bit of the goal, but I think a little less so this time than normal just because we look a little goofy, I think, in some of the costumes, which is great.
Actually just dressed as a witch just because I like them.
I got chocolate, I got chewy candy, I got a bunch of different kinds of candy. It was a bunch of fun.
It was actually really easy to get everyone to dress up, and it's been a really easy and fun day. We had a mini carnival thing before this, so we just kind of came from that and then came straight here, so it's been a really fun day.
It was a lot of fun getting to come to the football game and getting a trick or treat, knocking two birds out with one stone.
Being here and dressing up is really weird because I'm the paint coordinator for the Maroon Platoon, so it's been a really calm day. Everyone just gets to come and dress up, and we get to still cheer on our football team, and it's really nice.
Happy Halloween!
Brought to you by sponsors of WT Athletics.
Well, on to the game now. The North American Stallions playing their 5th game ever against the WT Buffs. Buffs playing without over 30 of their players because of positive COVID tests, but QB Nick Gerber still good and healthy second quarter here, and he launches it to Jordan Johnson for the first down. Now Gerber again, this time he connects with Red Jr., and it takes a herd of Stallions to take him down there. A lot of work. And the same drive here, Gerber with the quick handoff to Khalil Harris, and he's holding on to that like a king-size candy bar on Halloween. And those guys nearly running into me was probably the scariest part of my Halloween, but I'm okay. And speaking of scary, let's talk about scary good, because Chase Soika is wide open in the end zone for another Buffs TD. And on the punt return here, this Stallion doesn't know what's about to hit him, literally. That's just hard to watch. But moving on to the next play here, the Buffs dominating the Stallions on both sides of the ball tonight. And this ball just plops out of there for the fumble right in front of Satchel Escalante, and he takes it and runs with it like he's dodging monsters in a haunted house and takes it in for another Buff score. And Buffs go into halftime up 41-0 and defeat the Stallions 56-0. Okay, I got to ask you, the game was a lot of fun to watch, but the costumes might have been my favorite part. What was your favorite, Elisa?
I think mine was either Red Riding Hood, Little Red Riding Hood, or I saw someone in a dinosaur costume. That was pretty cool.
I was going to say the dinosaur costume. I've always been a big fan of Tyrannosaurus Rex, Jurassic Park, all that stuff. But it's always nice to see people getting dressed up in costumes. I'm just a weatherman tonight. And speaking of which, I'll be giving you your forecast after the break.
On to another game. It's the Panhandle Panthers at Tulia High School taking on the Hale Center Owls for another big game here. First play we're going to look at, senior QB Wesley Jones dodges a few defenders here, and then he finds Zion Mercer, all the good names, with the long ball, and he brings it in for the Panther touchdown. Next play we're going to take a look at right after the fun celebration. Hale Center now on offense. Hunter Thompson keeps the ball for himself, gains a few yards, but is brought down by the 6'5" Jackson Cooler. And yeah, I wouldn't want to be him because I'm nowhere near 6'5". Next play, Thompson again keeps the snap, and he hesitates to throw the ball and is sacked by senior Luke Battle. And then Panthers on the attack. Wesley Jones tries to toss the ball to Luke Battle, but it's fumbled. He takes a big hit, but Panthers are able to recover the ball. And the very next play we're going to look at, Jones and the Panthers make up for the fumble as he throws the beautiful pass to senior Zach Wood. And he completes the offensive series with a touchdown. Panhandle wins 55-7.